Hey, what's going on, sluts? So, I am knee-deep in finals week right now, working on a lot of papers and just finished some tests, and so I figured I would grace you with my presence by allowing you to sit there quietly and listen to what I have to say. So I hope that you appreciate that, you dirty whores. So, without further ado, remember to rate and favorite the video, because that's what you do when I make fun of you in the beginning, apparently, you bunch of sick fucking masochists. Alright. Now, on to your topics and questions. Montana Creech. Smelly vagina. To hit or not to hit, that is the question. What's funny is I have the list right here, and this one I just read, that was one that just came in, and so I clicked it to open it, so I haven't seen that one yet. I mean, it's personal preference, man. It is personal preference. There's a big, long equation that I would give to you about this, but that involves incorporating the level of smelliness and then dividing it by your respective level of horniness, multiplied by the days that you've gone without sex, and then divide all of that by her cup size, and then you'll get your answer. But that's a lot of work, a lot of shit that you have to work through, and, honestly, I can go through it later in a different video, but for now it's just too much. So I would say, just go by a rule of thumb, if you just go with your intuition, your instinct. That's what I'm saying to you, Mr. Montana Creech. Alright. Next person, the Skywalker 115, tips on how to stop procrastinating. Well, that's easy as shit, young Skywalker. What you're going to do is you're going to take the cursor on your computer screen and you're going to drag it to the red X in the top corner and you're going to click it. And you're not going to hesitate when you click it. You're not going to think, well, what if I don't want to do my homework yet? Maybe I can just browse YouTube a little bit more and watch videos. No, sir. You're going to reach up there right now while I'm saying this sentence. Before this sentence is over, you should have clicked that and begun your homework or begun whatever you're going to do. Who knows? That's a bit, presumptuous for me to assume it's homework. Perhaps you have to go work out or something. I don't know. Get your ass up and go do it. That's my solution. That's the advice that I never take. So there you go. Jesus on the Go wants to know, what is on your Christmas wish list? I haven't even made a Christmas wish list yet. Usually, the vast majority of my gifts come from my grandparents because they enjoy buying me gifts, which is a wonderful trait in a person. So, I don't know. My preference in gifts changed a lot over the years. Now, when I was little, I obviously wanted shit tons of, Legos, action figures, video games, stuff like that. And then it got to the point where I was in high school a little bit more, and I was like, oh, I need to start looking kind of cool and have cool clothes and all that. And now it's gotten to the point where it's like, just give me, just give me money, just give me money. Don't you dare give me a gift card, you selfish bitch. If you give people gift cards on Christmas, you are the spirit of Christmas sadness, my friend. You're an asshole. Because guess what? There has never been a human being in the history of mankind who has received a $50 bill and said, oh, fuck, I wish that I got a $50 gift card to Red Robin. Oh, no, wait, I don't wish that, because this is legal American tender and I can spend this wherever the hell I want. I don't need some asshole relegating my spending options for me prior to when I even have the option available. And even the more ridiculous thing is where they give you a huge gift card to somewhere that you just couldn't even conceivably spend that much. It's like, oh, here's $150 to Red Lobster. $150 to Red Lobster? You want me to just spend a week at Red Lobster? I swear to God, after the first 100 cheese bread rolls, I'm going to lose it anyway. I'm going to vomit. There's no way I'm able to spend that much money at a Red Lobster. It's ridiculous. What are you trying to make me go back to Red Lobster? Did you get this from Red Lobster Corporate? They're trying to build returning customers? What the fuck is going on? So that's my point, is you, sir, if you ever buy someone a gift card, instead of just giving them the cash, you are the incarnate of Christmas sadness, and so make sure you know that. Just give them the cash. Don't worry about the fact that, it looks a little bit worse to give them cash instead of, a card that looks like you put a little bit of thought into it. But guess what? If you put actual thought into it, you would realize that nobody wants a gift card. Give them the cash. Jesus. All right, next question. Connor Wood 99. Television nowadays. Television nowadays, I mean, I don't even know, when you say nowadays, I kind of have to, compare it against a different time period of television, which, first of all, I don't watch very much television, but I'm not going to be that kind of person who says, oh yeah, I don't watch television, I don't even have television, because that there's two different kinds of people who don't have television. There's the person like me, who I really wanted to buy a faster internet connection, and it's cheaper if I don't get cable with that, so that's why I did it. And then there are kinds of people who don't get TV, and they, act like it's some sort of cultural, pillar of their personality, like, oh yes, I don't watch TV. No, that's for the peons. I spend my time, nose deep in some nice Socratic philosophical literature, okay, and all that shit. It's like, really? Like, I don't know. It irritates me when people pretend that because they don't watch TV, they're somehow intellectually superior. Because you just want to ask them, like, oh, really? Are you really delving into some Nietzsche every time you don't watch, American Idol, or are you sitting on your laptop looking up stupid shit on the internet like everybody else does? You stupid asshole. So that's what I think, and I did not get really passionate about that just now because I had that encounter the other day with someone. Definitely not. But television nowadays, I mean, the fact that you said nowadays leads me to believe that you might be someone from the 1950s, but the fact that you have 99 in your name means that if you were born in 99, you're only like 13, so nowadays, I don't even know. I mean, the TV that I watched when I was a little kid, because, I was born in 91, so I watched a lot of Power Rangers, I watched a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I watched a lot of G.I. Joes, I watched Legends of the Hidden Temple, motherfucker. Back then, I was a kid, I really didn't compare and contrast different kind of TV shows, so I would still say I'm not old enough to even throw around the word nowadays. I feel like you have to be at least 50 years old before you can even begin to use the term nowadays, because it assumes that there was a day where you were also existent, and that is not the case for me. I don't even like it when people call other people 90s kids, like I was born in 91, and I'm not a 90s kid. I did like most of my growing up in the 2000s, just like everybody else, it's not like I remember 1994 when I was like 3 or 4 years old. I just was there, I don't know. That's what kind of irritates me, especially when people are like born in 97 and they're like, only 90s kids will get this, but whatever the hell, if that makes you feel superior to kind of draw some sort of in-group benefit from a group of people you don't even know, that's okay. More power to you. That just is a testament to your insecurity, but that's fine because that's middle school. Call U.M. Croteau, The Hobbit. I already have plans to see The Hobbit on opening night at midnight with a good friend of mine who is a huge Lord of the Rings fan too. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and I'm really excited for The Hobbit. The only worry that I have for it, though, is it's just, I don't know, even when I read The Hobbit, the book, and that was years and years and years ago, I haven't read it in a long time, but even then, all of the dwarf names and all that, it came off a little bit more cartoony and just kind of goofy, childish than the Lord of the Rings series, where it was a lot more somber, it seemed. So I don't know, I'm a little bit reticent to be like, oh, it's going to be better than Lord of the Rings, because I really don't think it will. But the fact that it has Sir Ian McKellen, and it has, I don't even know the actor's name who plays Bilbo in that movie, but I like him. And so it's going to be pretty good, I hope so. And Thorin Oakenshield is a badass, and hopefully the only really nerdy people in my audience will understand that reference. Mechalore 1, Granny Panties. I don't care, man. If you want to wear granny panties, more power to you. Maybe that's a little bit weird for a guy your age, but if you feel the need to, I say you go for it. Maybe avoid public places or somewhere where a picture can end up on the internet, but, seize the day. Whatever gets you off, son, as long as it's not something weird and sadistic. And even then, just remember to cover your traces and wear rubber gloves. So there you go. Alex in the AK, sucking your own dick. I would if I could, so, there's that, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know. That would be a weird feeling. That would be a strange thing to do. I don't know how I feel about that, actually, but I would definitely do it if I could, just like you would, and just like every other man watching this would if they could. And if you say you wouldn't, then you are a liar, and I put a scarlet A on your tit. So there you go. This is hard to read. Talk about Dream Act, hope am not late. I really don't even know enough about the DREAM Act to talk about it, and so I will spare everyone my phenomenal ignorance on the topic by just not addressing it. But I'll do a little bit more research onto it, and maybe I can address it at a different juncture. So there you go. If you were the Emperor in Star Wars for 2 weeks, what would you do? I'd probably spend the first week experimenting with my electricity powers, and then I would spend a lot of the second week really bolstering up the Death Star. I would put like 2 2x4s in front of that magic hole that you just have to plumb one, fucking laser, and then the whole thing explodes. I would take care of that issue, because that is a resounding architectural issue in that space base. And so that's what I would do mostly. I would also, I don't know, I noticed a distinct lack of women on the Death Star. So let's get some ladies on there, let's spice things up a bit. And like real human ladies. Let's not get those weird ones with like those, green penis-looking things coming off both sides of their head like pigtails. None of that shit. We're getting human ladies. We're going class all the way for this.